Hello and welcome back to the Brian of All Trades. Today my Morton water softener is telling me I need to clean something. So what does that mean? As you can see right there, it's flashing clean. I'm going to show you what it means, and it's only a 10-minute job. So let's get started. So if you pop off the back, there's a couple little clasps that all you have to do is pop it up and set it aside. Make sure you don't ruin the wires or unplug anything like that. And what you're really going to do is you're going to take that little Venturi apart right there. And that's the only thing that really needs to be cleaned so it can backwash properly and recharge properly. So if you start by unscrewing that, and you can see there's rust buildup. We live out in the country, so you're going to have a lot of rust out here for the most part. I had trouble getting this little rubber O-ring off, so I had a special little tool. You can use a small screwdriver. You can gently pop that up, make sure you don't ruin it. And there we go. We can set that aside for now. And then we're going to take this little mesh wire filter off. Comes with a little component on it too. We're going to take that apart and wash those separately. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this little red rubber piece on here next. Pull that up, and it has a little rubber hole in there too, a little grommet looking thing. So gently set that aside. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and take out this little rubber gasket on the bottom. And we're going to set all these aside for now, and I'll show you how to clean them up real quick. First thing I want to do though is actually clean out where the Venturi and all those components sat. So I'll go ahead and do this the best I can with a toothbrush. Some of it is simply stained and will not come off, but that's what it looks like inside. So here are all the components sitting on my washer. Now we're going to have to gently clean them. Make sure nothing falls down the drain. So I got the running water going. New toothbrush, cheap enough. Go ahead and clean out all the residue. That was kind of a coarse material inside there, so the rust does kind of stick to that. But got everything that was free washed out. So that was the first easy step. Second one is the O-ring. And I just take that, everything just slides off that because that is nice and smooth and it's a little piece of rubber. So got that all cleaned up, set that aside. Now we're going to take this other little component here, and this is the bottom gasket that we took off. There's a flat side to it, and then there's one side that's a little groove so water can flow through it, and a little notch. Make sure that's all cleaned up, and again, very easy. Next component I took was a little red one. Now you got to be careful with that because that little rubber piece will fall out, and you don't want that to go down the drain. So there it is. It came out on me, holding up. And so I'll finish cleaning the red piece out, and then I'll take that little rubber piece, and I'm just making sure that that little hole is free and clear of any residue in there as well. With that, I put that back together, pop it back into place, make sure it doesn't go down the drain. You can use a bucket of water to do this instead if you want, if you're worried about something going down the drain. Otherwise, you're going to have to take your pipes apart. So another component is, this is probably the last one that I had the longest trouble with, was this little piece that goes over the mesh filter. So spent a little bit of time on that. Wanted to make sure it got all cleaned up the best I could. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. But anyways, I got that all nice and clean. And then last but not least is that mesh filter. If you do that upside down, it pushes all the stuff away and out of the filter. You don't want to wedge it in the filter. And so I went ahead and did that. It cleaned up actually really easy. All the residue just came off. And you should be able to see through that mesh filter again. I'll hold it up. There you go. You can see right through there. So that's nice and clean. Now we have everything cleaned up. Everything's ready to be assembled. It's easiest if you just do it piece by piece, but I'm just going to show you real quick. Things do have notches in it. It is easy to put back together. I'm just kind of showing you how some of the stuff fits back together real quick before we go back over to the water softener. And there's going to be the first piece that goes in, and then the red piece fits on top like that. Again, everything is notched. So let's get started. Back over to the water softener we go. There's the component. Now, the notch goes where the notch is. The little hole goes where the little hole is for the water. You want to make sure the flat side of the washer is down. Or gasket, whatever you want to call it. And push it down nice and firm in there. Should be a nice, good fit. And then you want to take that little red piece with your little rubber grommet for a hole in there. You can see how underneath there it's got some grooves in there so the water can flow through. That just slides nice in there. You can just push that down. It'll help push that washer down nice and tight. And then you got the nice mesh filter. Again, that has a notch on there, a little groove right there I'm pointing to. And that goes right in there as well. Be gentle with that. Pushes down. But what helps also push that down is the next piece that we're going to do. For us, it's the little blue one. Again, has a notch in there. Make sure that doesn't go in upside down because you have to put the O-ring where that groove is. So I'm just giving that a nice firm push. Put the O-ring right on top of that. And you're almost back in business. Last but not least, all you have to do is take that top, screw that on, and give it a nice snug fit. You don't have to over tighten it or torque it down. And really with that, now you're almost done cleaning your water softener. So go ahead and put your lid back on, snap that back into place. Take a look. I needed some additional salt, so second to last thing is go ahead and grab your salt, put it in there to top it off. As long as we're working on this, we go ahead and use that rust remover salt. As you can see, it really works great, right? Is what it is. But now we can go back over to the water softener, take a look. It's still going to flash clean. So if you go ahead and push the recharge button once, it'll take you back to the clock. Push it again, and we'll let it recharge tonight as set up. And that'll give you nice, clean water in the morning for your showers. And that's all there is to it. You don't have to do anything else. You just have to clean that one little component. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.